I'm Jim Blase. I'm the co-owner of Shake It Records. My brother and I are partners, and we have owned the store now for about 12 years. Before that, we had a little record label that's still somewhat active, but the store is kind of the focus now. So for 12 years, we've been slaving away, trying to tell people that record stores are still very much alive, and it's been an awesome ride.
Mother of a friend was there with her eye.
I think what we have that a big box or an internet site doesn't have is, first of all, we have a personality, and certainly the store reflects everybody who works here's tastes. Pretty varied. Some guys like crazy German krautrock. Some people like girl pop. Some people like metal. So it all fits into a really nice mix. But basically, what we offer is the experience of coming into a shop where you just don't click on an image and it gets mailed to you. Like, you see how everything kind of fits together culturally, not just music, but literature and art and fashion and all those things all hopefully come together here, and you kind of see that it's all one big sort of circle, one big scene. And then also, just like what we also have is just like when you're flipping through a bin, like a record bin, you don't know what the next record is going to be, and it could be something that you've never heard of before, or but the cover looks really interesting, and then you look on the back and you're like, oh, I know the guy who produced that. He produced this record. And so it becomes, hopefully for the patron, it becomes like a musical journey. At least that's what it was for like my brother and I when we were kids. We would cash our paychecks, and the first thing we would do is go to hit the record stores and see what was there that week. And so that's what we're trying to do here, is it's almost like a safari adventure kind of a thing. Like, you don't know what's going to be here the next time you come. So hopefully there's always something interesting for people to see.
7 miles from the Holy Land.
Well, I think that they appreciate that we're kind of a really big part of both our neighborhood and the city. And I think when they say that, Shake It's one of the best things about Cincinnati, or people who come back to come back to town after they've moved away, like, I really miss Shake It. Or when one kid said that, when I go to New York City now, I don't go record shopping because everything I want I can find at Shake It. I don't have to hit the stores in New York or LA or Chicago or wherever. So that made us feel awesome. Well, Record Store Day is always the biggest day of the year for us, both sales-wise and activity-wise. So this year, we have 3 big in-stores. We have Talib Kweli at 1 o'clock. We have Wussy at 7, who are releasing a live CD of their Funeral Dress album. And then we also have Foxy Shazam at the end of the night at 9 o'clock. They'll all be performing. And then this year, there are close to 300 releases for Record Store Day. Don't know how many of them will be here on Record Store Day. There's always going to be a few stragglers, but we've ordered everything that we can get our hands on. So lots for people to see. And then we always have a sale that is sort of a canned food drive. So if you bring in some canned goods, you get 10% off whatever you buy. So that's good. And this year it benefits Kane, which is the sort of food pantry spot in Northside. Well, this is always what I've wanted to do. So even though there are hassles some days, just like small business hassles where you're fighting with the bank or fighting with a vendor, or the credit card company has screwed something up, it's still where I always want to be. There's never been really a day that I can think of where I woke up and said, I don't want to go to work today. I've had those jobs. where I dreaded going to work. And so the greatest thing is that this is kind of what my dream was, and it's kind of come true. Well, that's a very tough question. It's very hard to say, but I think as long as we can keep the store interesting, we'll always have more and more and better customers, and we just want to keep the community's interest and keep being a part of the music community, and we'll see where it goes. But I think the future looks fairly bright. As long as we can, keep the vinyl coming in and the CDs coming in, it's a pretty bright future for us. There is no one, there is no one, there is no one.